So that's what we have. All right. So moving on there, one more review for something else that came out that you guys have been asking me for. Let's get into it. And then we'll get into our movie topics news. Okay, let me take a little sippy sip. I no Coke Zero today, regular Coke. I'm being a bad boy today. Okay, on here to The Boys season 4. Oi, Huey, Homelander done killed me wife and stole me son. Womp womp. I freaking love that. Oh, dude, this was the first season of The Boys I was not a big fan of. And I felt it. I felt it right away from the first couple of episodes. I was like, something feels off. That why isn't this kicking butt? Like all dude, last 3 seasons, perfection. Season 3 was at its highest point. Season 3 is my favorite season so far of The Boys, with the other 2 seasons being great. Now, you did have people who finally, learned, oh, they're making fun of me in this show. What? Come on. I don't know why I used a British accent there, but there were some people hating on the show because they thought it finally went woke, but they just finally realized the show has always been making fun of them and whatnot. I'm not into that conversation and whatnot, and that's not why I'm saying it's bad. To me, just literally the writing and a lot of the character stories this season were falling flat. I only cared about Homelander and Sage's journey this season. Huey's journey got interesting towards the end, but beginning part of Huey's journey, and we're gonna get into what they've done to Huey this season because boy, what the heck? Okay, but I think the things that really dropped this season off and made it not as good is you could tell by the end this was a filler season. This was a setup season. This was a season where every checker piece needed to be in the right spot. So season 5, their final season, can be where they needed to be to end on a huge note. Because everything in scale felt lower. There wasn't a really good villain. Soldier Boy last season, as kind of the villain or the second antagonist, was awesome. We didn't really have that here. Then all the storylines just randomly. Frenchie and Kimiko, did not care about them this season. Like, I felt so bad because I like Frenchie and Kimiko, and I don't care if Frenchie's kissing boys. In fact, Frenchie, come kiss me. But I just didn't care. I was like, we had a whole episode where he randomly sent himself to prison and then he just Butcher got him out. What? Why did we just didn't need Frenchie for an episode, and that's the best excuse we could think of to not have him around, because that was just crazy. Oh, Frenchie turned himself in, but I got the bloke out. Ain't that right, Frenchie? Yes. Yes. Dumb. Uh Starlight this season. I really want to root for Starlight, and I want to, because I think she's awesome and I love her and Huey's relationship. She was getting a little difficult. Well, no, okay. I wouldn't even say it was getting difficult to root for. They just weren't giving her enough interesting things. I like and understand her journey of not wanting to put on the Starlight costume, of wanting to be a better person. But dude, she was also getting done dirty all season. All her dirty laundry was coming out, and freaking what was it? Firecracker, Firestarter. Dude, the things she was doing. I will mention the highlight episode and the best episode, other than the most recent episode of the final season, because that was actually a great way to end it. The best episode this season was the episode where Homelander goes back to the lab where he was created and he gets his revenge on those scientists. What a fantastic episode. I couldn't tell you all the other stories going on that episode, but that episode gave me chills. That was a straight up horror movie. It's him just slowly getting revenge on every person, playing with his manipulative game. Dude, yes. I'm trying to think of what other storylines. I'm kind of curious where they're taking A-Train. A-Train, they're trying to redeem a little bit, and even Huey forgave him this season. I was like, oh crap, that's kind of big. Now, speaking of Huey, let's talk about him. If you want to talk about a character that was done the most dirty the whole season, and I do feel really bad for Starlight and what happened to her when she got kidnapped towards the end of the season and switched around. I do feel for her. I feel bad. And she had every right to be mad at Huey, okay? Put yourself in her shoes. Your girl, 20 times with someone else, think about it. You be pissed too. Don't be mad. But Huey, every episode, bro, every episode, this guy was just, he was being abused in the chair, tickled, getting Ashley Nickelodeon slime on his face. They were about to cut a hole on his side. Then he was about to lose Starlight, something that wasn't even his fault. And he falsely proposed. Like, oh, I was feeling bad for Hughie. I'm like, what did Hughie do? Why does he deserve this torture? Oh, dude. It was yeah. So again, I feel bad for Starlight, and I'm glad they didn't break up. If they would have broken up over what happened at the end, I would be understanding to Starlight because that is messed up and try to put myself in her shoes. But I would have hated it for their characters because I like them together. I want them to end up together. And even Hughie, when he got that little sign that they're gonna be okay and they're gonna move forward, he was like, "Fuck yeah, Hughie, yeah, come on, yeah." I'm glad Starlight turned out to be okay. Hughie turned out to be just fine. Oh, dude, that final scene with Kimiko and them and the way they tied it into Gen V. I felt like they did the Gen V tie-ins pretty good. It wasn't that bad. They could have been in it a little bit more. Check out Gen V if you haven't. But dude, their final scene, heartbreaking. So honestly, I'm trying to think of like if there's Black Noir this season was a lot of fun. I liked that they gave him these that he was narcoleptic. It turns out the real life actor, he's also uh is that how you say it, narcoleptic, narcolepsy, whatever, where you fall asleep in the middle, the actor is that in real life who portrays the new Black Noir, so they just added it into the show. But it was funny and he was interesting. It's just also like such a new character and such a random storyline. So dude, I don't think so. I know I sucked at, I liked it. I really liked Gen V. I'm not saying it's as good as the boys, but I liked it. And I know I'm giving away some spoilers, but I'm still trying to be vague about the bigger ones in case some people haven't seen it. But the final scene and the reveal of a character that is coming back. Watch me, and watch me. Oh, you know what I'm singing. Woo! I cannot wait for his return. That guy was sorely missing this season, man. That guy was sorely missing. I'm so glad he's back, and I can't wait. I'm also tired of C-Man. What's his name? I forget his name. C-Man. The Deep. He's funny sometimes, and the things they do. Dude, I hate how he threw Ashley under the bus at the end of the season. He was like, should we also put Ashley? She has her most dirt. Hold on. He's like, yeah. And freaking Black Noir kills the wrong Ashley. That was funny. Okay. Enough talk about this. It was good. It was definitely the weakest season. I still like it, but I felt like it had to be the weakest season because it was all pure setup for what they're doing. For the final season, and I hope it ends good. And then I'm excited for the other spin-off shows because remember they have The Boys Mexico in the works. I'm not kidding. That's a real show. We're going to see superheroes in Mexico. Get me in there. Yo puedo ser superhéroe. Ponme en los hombres. Wait, no, hang on. All right. Let's move on now to some actual movie topics. All right. Deadpool and Wolverine popcorn bucket. We's got to talk about that.